And a quick recap on some Duke news that happened over the past couple of days. Jayson Tatum of the Celtics was named the first team All-NBA player, so congrats to him. According to ChatGPT, they did the next national champions for the next 10 years, and Duke is supposedly going to win the 2026 one coming up. Other than that, they don't win, which is kind of surprising in my opinion. PFF put out like their top 50 prospects of the 2026 NFL draft, and Chandler Rivers was of course on there at number 31. So that just pretty much says like, yeah, of all the top cornerbacks in this last draft, he was probably like the middle to the end pack. So it was right for him to come back. But now, if you're number 31, obviously there's probably a couple quarterbacks in front of him, and usually those guys don't get picked. So if they're not going to get picked, then most likely could bump him into the first round. So that's going to be pretty interesting if he ends up doing that. He was a pretty talented player, a 5-star. In the 2026 class, Christian Collins on the basketball side had a couple of teams, including my schools, Duke and USC, in there to check them out. So that was awesome. And then one of the most recent Duke baseball games, they were losing after 3 to Pittsburgh, 0-3. And then luckily they got a walk-off victory against them 4-3. So that was awesome to see. They also had a couple all ACC selections right there. Ben Miller first team, AJ Garcia second team, Jake Hyde second team, and Reed Easterly third team respectfully. And then a 4-star power forward on the women's high school side basketball wise, Ashlyn Kupel, released the top 5 schools, and it looks like Duke is one of those 5 schools. She's like the number 9 overall prospect in the 2026 class. And then yeah, the softball women's side did end their season, but I believe Amina Vega had 80 hits, which tied a single season record that they put out there, so that was pretty cool. And then looks like 36 of the athletes for Duke track and field have qualified for like the main NCAA championship, so that's going to be pretty awesome to see how many of those athletes win. And then the outstanding midfielder of the year went to Aiden McGuire of Duke, and of course the USILA had a bunch of All-Americans, a bunch of those same guys that have been getting those accolades recently on the men's lacrosse team. And even on the women's side, there were a couple of All-American third-teamers, Kaylee Ham and Carly Bernstein as well. And then on the doubles All-American of the ITA tennis for the men's side, Cooper Williams of Duke and Theo Weiniger of Duke also made that list. So congrats to all those athletes, and hopefully we'll have some more coming up soon.